All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sooner or Later podcast with me, the saddest host in online entertainment, Joey Gavada. This week, we're doing James's pick of Fighting With My Family. With me today, we have Dutch's Bicep, Alex Medina, the master debater, James Lopez, and Mr. Nice Guy himself, Eric Nieto.
Hey, what up? Certified nice guy here.
I'm sorry, Eric. I had to do it to you. So like I said, this week, it's episode 25. I can't remember the episodes anymore.
I think it's 25.
Sure.
That means that if you listen to one episode every week, you could get through half the year almost.
Look,
That's
over half
amazing,
the year.
actually, dude. How are we
not
this
yet.
deep already?
We're deep, aren't we? So like I said, it was James's pick this week, and it was Fighting With My Family. So James, hit us with that synopsis.
born into a tight-knit wrestling family, Paige and her brother Zach are ecstatic when they get the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to try out the WWE. But when only Paige earns a spot in the competitive training program, she must leave her loved ones behind and face this new cutthroat world alone. Paige's journey pushes her to dig deep and ultimately prove to the world that what makes her different is the very thing that makes her a star. Makes her a... Yeah, I said that right. Sure.
They said, fuck it. We're putting the whole movie in this bitch.
They pretty much did. That's the movie.
Yeah.
Like, outside of, like, some characters, other characters, yeah.
So why'd you choose this movie?
So I think there's, like, a stigma behind, like, WWE films because most of them are bad. So, like, a lot of people didn't go watch this movie because they're like, oh, it's about wrestling and, like, The Rock had something to do with it. Even though The Rock is, like, action star. But, like, anything that's, like, WWE-based is usually just, like, oh, no one knows about it, no one talks about it. I didn't even see this originally in theaters because of that same reason. I was like, oh, it's a WWE film. It's not going to be that great. But then I finally watched it later when it came on Hulu, and I was like, you know what? This actually is a really good film. Especially, like, I mean, I personally like wrestling. Like, I've been to Raw, and I just feel like a lot of people just have, like, oh, it's fake in this, but it's, like, it's still entertainment. So, like, and I think this movie,
can actually
like,
break bones too. Like,
yeah,
it's
and they
pretty
do. They get
fucking
hurt.
Real. Yeah.
And I think this movie does a good job of showing, like, the whole world of wrestling, like, behind the scenes.
I agree.
What other wrestling movies have come out that are like?
Well, no,
trash?
WWE Studios, like, makes a lot of bad movies.
It's been mostly like not our fiction movies, so horror movies, and like there was a John Cena one where he's like an ex-Navy SEAL fights for his life,
Oh.
like shit like that. Like it's really schlocky B movie shit.
Mm-hmm.
But this movie has like, and it's really almost. I was reading in Wikipedia or whatever, and it's pretty fucking close, I guess. They made some changes to kind of like spice it up a little bit, and they cut some stuff out from like her journey. But like this is almost like a biography. Like it's almost like a biopic more than
There's
it is
only
like,
there's only a couple things, and it is considered a biography. Like when you look up what type of movie it is.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So like her journey is like feel more or less like she came out of nowhere when she did, yes, kind of sorta. But, like, they don't show, like, her NXT path was a little longer, and she was a little more established beforehand.
well, she was the reigning NXT Women's Champion.
Yes,
And
and
then
they
they
make it
moved
seem
her
like
up.
they made it seem like she was never really wrestled other than, like, a couple matches.
Right.
But, no, yeah, she was, like, the biggest star in NXT when they brought her up.
The whining is on our end, by the way. Anybody who's listening, your dog is not whining. It's on our end.
Yeah, my dog is not happy over there. She'll be all right.
So, some production information. The cinematographer was Remy out of Svarson. I'm not
Yeah.
sure what the fuck that guy's done. Stephen Merchant was the director. He directed this movie? Did he also write it? Or who
He
wrote
did,
it?
yes.
Okay. And then producers were Kevin Mishner, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Danny Garcia, Stephen Merchant, and Michael J. Luisi.
So Danny Garcia is The Rock's ex-wife, and she's actually still, like, his manager. And they're the two people that just bought the XFL. Like, so she's, like,
Right.
the first ever, like, general manager or commissioner of a professional sports league. And then their daughter just, like, signed on to be, like, a wrestler, like his oldest daughter.
Oh.
So, like, yeah. So that's the main reason he wanted to do this, because
mean,
he
but
really is
he's-
from a wrestling family.
Yeah, he's third in line of a lineage of famous wrestlers. So that
Yeah.
makes sense. Because this is, like, almost... It's very akin to his own story, right?
Yeah.
Box office. Oh, man. Domestically, It made 56.3% of its worldwide at 22.9 million. Internationally, it made 43.7% with 17.85 million. So that's a worldwide of $40,811,000 on an 11 million budget. So it made back 4 times as much as it cost. And this is 2019 was the movie's release. Whoever put that, you're a rock star. Because I was like, oh yeah, this movie was like one of her first movies in her career, which is totally wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's when she got big, like, cause she came out with this and like 3 other movies, like it's like back to back to back, and became Florence Pugh.
Though she really does not look like how she looks in every other film, because she's like actually portraying the athlete or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like, I mean, even Alex didn't know right away who it was. She was like,
at first I was like, is that who I think it is?
It was the hair.
Yeah, the black hair definitely helped to like obscure who she was.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I know this face, but I don't know where I've seen her.
Well,
from.
you know that jaw. Her jaw is strong as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you get a good like picture on it, you're like, okay, I got this. But yeah. And I didn't realize this was her until like I watched other movies by her, and I had seen this movie first.
Right.
And then went back and I was like, oh yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 92% for critics with 233 reviews and an 82% with the audience with 3,913 reviews. So not the most that we've seen on either. But that fucking critic score is high.
It's crazy too, especially for like a modern movie, like especially the audience score. Like I expected not the score, but like the ratings. I expected to be so many more. Like when I looked it up. Yeah, like at least I don't know. I feel like 5 to 10,000 is like a good number.
I think that number's fine. I'm surprised by the audience's rating, like the aggregate rating. Yeah. Only 82% is kind of crazy. I would love. And
I didn't read any of the reviews. I wonder what their whole
what they're mad about. Yeah.
But if the wrestling like fandom is the one that watched this movie because the way they portrayed some of her story, maybe that's why. Because
I was gonna say probably like the hardcore fans, right? Or like
who are like
go down like that.
They left out her NXT days.
Because when I like
ridiculous.
when I read a thing about it or whatever, it's like hardcore wrestling fans have noticed that she didn't come out of nowhere. It wasn't she like this, like she was this established superstar,
right?
And the fans loved her the whole time. She never was like hated or whatever. But she has to be portrayed as an underdog. But she never was really an underdog. She was always like top because like her family, she knew how to wrestle. Most of the women that do come in there are from other backgrounds, so like she already had
herself, dude.
She had a step ahead of them.
I'd be surprised though, or I would love to know whether or not that shit actually happened, where like the coach was like, "You fucking apologize right now," like.
I don't know, to be honest though. But you know what's interesting in the movie, like there's the whole scene where she turns her hair blonde and everything like that.
Right.
So I guess actually the first time, and they also make it seem like she auditioned once and got it. She actually auditioned twice. The first time she dyed her hair blonde and did the tan thing because she's like, oh, this is what they're looking for, and they didn't sign her. And then when she came back the second time herself, they were like, yeah, we're looking for something different. So the reason they invited her to the first tryout was because they were like, oh, she's different. And then she tried to make herself look like everyone else, and they're like, what are you doing? Like, this is not what we want.
Yeah, so you're saying in real life it was opposite, right?
Correct.
I would have preferred that. I didn't care for that whole character arc where she's like, I'm gonna look like one of the other girls.
Hey, it's America, dude. It's different.
It's America, bruv. It's different.
Yeah, but that's like the thing though, because that's why I can see if you like know her story, like a couple things like, oh, well, that's kind of dumb, but like in the movie sense, it like works. There, I mean, it's just the way they chose to tell the story.
Right. Token female host. You were gonna say something?
Threw me off with that.
I know.
Yeah, I think she's really pretty.
Oh, Florence Pugh?
No.
Oh.
The wrestler, like I Googled her.
Did you see her makeup though when they were showing at the end though? Her makeup was kind of fucking... Girl, what are you doing?
Yes,
we
go for it.
Her up. I can't stand you. You're giving away the facade that you're not actually...
Whoa.
He just broke the fourth wall.
Yeah. Now they can see me. So they can't see your screen.
I know.
Yeah.
okay.
We see two Joeys.
I wanted you to see the picture I was looking at.
Oh, okay. Well, the stream also saw your computer.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that picture, I mean, when she's professionally has her makeup done and she's getting a professional photographer, of course she's gorgeous.
What's her name again? Payne.
I just
Soraya,
typed in
I
Paige
think?
Knight and it popped her up.
Oh.
But it's
Yeah.
Saraya.
Soraya.
Saraya.
Yeah.
So like this. So the first time in the movie, and I didn't know this because it's
It's
like
in
a
the
true
characters,
story.
Eric. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Look
So
at
like
the doc.
she names herself Paige because of Charmed, and I
Right.
totally didn't know that, and that like really happened in real life.
I love that.
And-
they showed
and
like
love
a clip
Charmed.
of Charmed and everything. I
Yeah,
loved it.
because in the beginning she's like, I want to watch Charmed, and I never put two and two together
I didn't either.
until
Well,
today.
and,
Well,
and then
I
she
saw.
was like,
I saw the poster and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah, the Charmed
That's where she got
poster.
it from.
Well, and I like that she was like, yeah, you know, I watch a TV show and it has a witch and that's her name. It's like, well, yeah, they showed Charm earlier, of course.
Yeah,
And they actually
But-
they showed like Paige.
Well,
and
yeah,
I think
the
they
woman
showed
on
the
the show-
episode of Paige when she turns like her hair black and all that too. I don't remember what episode that
really?
was. Yeah.
Look at
She
you,
becomes
fucking super. The
Dang.
Charmed.
Yeah.
It was in the background. You were
dude.
paying attention. I
Like,
didn't notice
Your
that.
new nickname
And
is the Charmed one, Alex.
I've seen it so
I
many
love it.
times. I love Charmed, but it was also like the scene where their grandmother comes back and blah blah blah, and she's like, Paige, what happened?
Would
Well,
you
yeah,
rather
and I
be
had-
Alex
I've
the
seen Charmed.
Charmed one, Medina, or the Charmed one, Alex Medina?
The Charmed one.
Okay, I'm gonna put a colon. I'm writing your guys' nicknames down so I stop forgetting them. So we've kind of already been talking about it, but Florence Pugh is the lead actress and she plays the lead character. Soraya Paige Knight, Lena Headey plays her mom Julia Knight. Nick Frost plays her dad Patrick Knight. Jack Lowden, who I've never fucking heard of, plays her brother Zach Knight. Vince Vaughn was her coach, which was dope. I didn't know he was in this movie, and he was
Good dude.
awesome.
Yeah, he's fantastic
Sex
in this.
tape
It's so I
himself.
I totally forgot about it. Well, you know what's interesting about that? So, well, I don't know. It's kind of, anyways. So
Are we gonna get
when-
flagged for like a terms of service thing?
I don't think so.
Okay.
So she had like a leak or whatever, like the actual page had a sex tape leak, and I was like, oh, that's funny, that's in there. I didn't know. I was like, oh, that's crazy because this happened and then that happened after. But no, it released first because like Vince Vaughn's character is not a real person.
Right, I
It's-
figured. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh, I
but they
thought it
say
would be.
that like as a nod to being like, because like, oh yeah, because she had a sex tape
Because
leak.
the sex tape really did make her famous.
Damn.
Or
Yeah.
That's she
What
signed off on
what
that?
websites is this on?
Oh, poor Eric, that might be a TOS thing.
No endorsement. But
and
I thought it
then-
was crazy because I was like, I can't believe they did that. I mean, I guess she's okay with it because I mean, she.
I would not have been okay with that. I'd
Probably
be like,
not,
what
dude.
The
They
fuck,
probably
guys?
just said this is gonna be funny. Let's throw
But
it in there.
she was already like a big wrestling star by the time this movie came out. So like I'm assuming like
She's
they
like,
were okay
fuck
with
it, whatever.
Yeah.
I had a sex tape.
Yeah, go find it and pay me $30 to watch it too.
yeah,
Yeah.
when did
It's like,
her
who
actual
doesn't have a
career
sex
like
tape?
take off?
Not that long ago.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna
was
say
probably
it was within the last 10 years, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's a pretty new wrestler.
Yeah, so she's actually not wrestling right now and should be coming back soon, but because she got injured and like so she hasn't wrestled for the last couple of years because of an injury. She like hurt her neck or her back.
My neck.
Damn it, I was
My
gonna
bad.
finish it up. And then rounding out the like big cast names is The Rock. He cameoed in the movie. I was looking. I was on Wikipedia or whatever, reading up on it, and apparently, him agreeing to cameo in the movie was what helped sell it. Was like the producer, and he was like, "I'll executive produce it, and I'll cameo in it or whatever."
Yeah.
So it says she debuted in 2005 and retired in 2018.
Probably from that injury.
Yeah.
It's from the injury, yeah.
Yeah.
Shit.
April 9th, 2018.
How
to be
many?
exact.
I don't like. How many
And
other
she's
wrestlers?
5'8".
She's 5'8", because Florence Pugh is 5'4".
Yeah, it says she's
Way
5'8".
smaller.
Well, and Paige is like slender too. So
Right.
like there's scenes where she's like struggling or whatever, and it's like based on Florence Pugh's stature, like she has like a lower like her core
center
and
of
lower
mass.
half are strong.
Right.
So it's like she could lift that tire. But like Paige is a smaller woman, so it's like okay, I guess I could see if
Slender
that was
woman,
real.
'cause she's taller.
Yeah.
Did you see her bicep at the end of the movie though? She
Dude,
could
yeah.
crack you in half, homie.
Yeah.
She could snap you.
I believe it. I believe she could have flipped those tires early on, though.
Yeah, that was bullshit. Like, come on. She's
But
been
that's more
wrestling.
so.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's more so the regular character being like slender versus like Florence Pugh.
Right.
And her net worth is $3 million. In case you wanted to know.
That makes sense. Wrestlers aren't really like rich and famous.
Yeah.
No.
And she's 28 years old.
Damn, and she's already retired? Shit, I hope they make a movie about me by the time I'm 28. What the fuck?
No, it's not gonna happen.
Come on, man.
Maybe when you're 28, something gonna happen that year, and they'll do a movie on that year.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking, yeah.
Now
End
I
of the
see
Yeah.
why you're like, they spell Britney weird.
It's Britani.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, well, she was saying it weird. She was saying I'm Brittany. Or Brittany is how she was saying
come on,
it.
that's your accent, dude. Come on now.
I'm bloody Brittany!
But it's because it's a stage name. It's not supposed to be like normal.
Yeah. So everybody did a great job, right? I would say. I don't think anybody was like a weak actor. In this
No,
movie.
I think
I
the
thought
family.
The Rock would show up more because he's on the poster, like main.
Well, that's
Yeah.
how they gotta
like,
sell the movie, dude.
But that's why I
You're
told
right,
you
dude.
guys when Joey was like telling me something about it. I said Rock's a cameo character.
Yeah.
You go if you look at the poster, you're thinking Brock is like the main stage. It's like no, he
Yeah.
shows up twice. That's it.
If
Yeah.
anything, Vince Vaughn should have been on that fucking
100%.
poster,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vince Vaughn is more important. Vince Vaughn is probably like the third most important character in this movie.
Fourth,
Well,
but
like
yeah.
first two.
It goes.
Florence
I think,
Pugh is the first one.
Yeah, Paige is
Obviously.
one, and then Zach because they still
brother.
follow his story.
I would say her mom and dad are more important.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
they're
was
more
also
like a
say that.
single unit versus like they're like
yeah, that's why I
one.
put up 3. So
Yeah.
it's Paige, Zach, mom and dad, and then Vince Vaughn's character.
Yeah,
And then the girls who she got into a fight with.
yeah.
So a lot has gone on in this girl's life. If y'all were wondering, she is single.
I'm not.
Just throwing that out there. And
I'm
apparently, one of her brothers died by suicide.
Was it the
in
prison one or the one who didn't get the
2017.
job?
Hunter? So I think so. Hunter?
Hunter was not in the movie.
It just says Hunter died by suicide, intentionally overdosing on heroin in July 2017.
Oh wow.
Oh, well, that's why he wasn't in the movie, because that
So
would
they
be pretty
say-
fucking painful to watch, right?
So I guess though, I think one of her brothers though is one of those two characters because they say there's
the
a
older
fact.
one, probably?
Yeah, there's a fact saying that like they're only all their children except for one of their sisters is not portrayed because she's not a wrestler, so they didn't portray her in the movie. She's like a
Oh.
vet or a doctor or something like that.
So
Like,
she's
you can't be in this
successful.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, she's a dentist.
So she's a doctor.
She's fixing up
Yeah.
their teeth.
Dentists or doctors, it was a joke. I respect dentists. Don't fuck my teeth up.
He air quoted if you guys didn't hear.
Oh, yeah,
or
for all the
see.
audio
But yeah.
listeners, I air quoted when I said
Yeah.
doctor. Good
So like
catch,
she's
Eric.
even like so I guess the other sisters it's like briefly mentioned in the documentary. So like even the actual documentary about the family,
Skirt
they
her.
barely mention her. Yeah.
We're not gonna talk
Oh.
about that one. She's a problem child. She's
Or
the
wrestling
doctor.
family.
Okay. Where are we at? We talked about characters. I think this movie looks like a streaming movie. There's
Yeah.
they didn't
My
really
dog is pissed.
Oh, really? She wasn't coming
Yeah.
through until just now when you said
Yeah.
something. I think the movie looks fine. I wouldn't give the cinematographer an award or anything. It looks like it was
There's
shot
a-
on a fucking cell phone.
There was a couple weird shots, like the far
Get in
shots.
frame, honey.
Yeah, I didn't like that. I don't
not?
know what they were going for, but it was weird, and it didn't seem like it like was supposed to be in the movie.
Like when she's like standing there in the arena and everything's like being built around her and it's just like a.
Well, there's like one where she's sitting at a like on the floor on a table, and you just like it's like someone's in the hallway like with a camera, like a cell phone camera. It's so weird.
Yeah, it was. Some of the shots are like really
It
nice.
was-
whatever, dude.
It was weird style choices.
Right.
Like
Or like when it was the WrestleMania scene or whatever, she was very clearly on a fucking green screen. It looked really bad.
well, see, that's the thing I don't know, like because so like the person that plays AJ Lee or whatever, like it's a different actress, like slash former wrestler that plays it, and then beforehand, The Rock actually went out like, hey, we're actually gonna be filming for a movie, so I need you guys to like go along with this.
Right.
So some of it was filmed real, and some of it probably is like
Yeah, that looked real. When she won the title, they were very clearly at like an actual wrestling event. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
it was.
I figured they would do that, right? Like you have
At
the whole
least
network
once.
behind you. Might as well do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, if Lady Gaga can go up and do actual performances for A Star Is Born, these motherfuckers
Yeah.
can be like, we're shooting a wrestling movie. Get hyped.
We
You
need.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
As
a fan, I'd be hyped. I'd be like, oh shit.
well, damn, Darlene, I'm about to be in a movie. Woo!
So it's actually really funny because my grandmother loved WWE. She would.
It has a huge fan base.
Dude,
Yeah.
Like,
Growing up, I loved it.
Yeah,
And
I
it was
gonna
funny.
say, this was like the shit back then.
because she would watch it with my aunt, whose name is Darlene.
So Mama would be like, oh shit, Darlene, she body slammed her.
Basically.
but what's
Oh,
funny
it's
though?
the big show, Darlene. You gotta get over here.
Oh no, the Tombstone pile driver.
So when we grew
And
up,
she would just be
wrestling
yelling
was
at the
PG-13.
Right. What'd you say, James?
So when we grew up, wrestling was PG-13. So that's why it was like a lot more like it was more sexual, it was more swearing, more this. Now it's been PG, and a lot of people have been fighting for it to come back to be PG-13.
I don't really need the tits in the ass. I just want to make sure that the violence looks legit. Like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
watching for the fight, right? And like the soap opera that's working around the fight. Like, you got to make sure those punches look clean.
Because
And-
now, the wrestling that I've seen now, and then from like when my grandmother would watch it, it just looks fake. Because when she would watch it, there would be like blood coming from their nose and
Right.
their mouth. But now it's like, you didn't even hit her. Shut up.
Shit, until their back hits
it's
that
it's too
mat.
high
and they're
def,
like,
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was just
So
gonna
that's
say.
a-
It's too
Yeah.
clear. The picture's too high def. So like
You can see them
see
pull the
everything.
punches.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because in person, it looks great. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
one of those things. That's one of those things where like certain sporting events, like I would rather watch WWE in person 100 times over before I'd rather watch it on TV.
It's
I-
like baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
That's with all sporting events for me.
I want to
Not
see
true.
In person.
Football's not bad on TV.
football's
could
better
watch.
on TV than it is. You can't follow the ball in real life.
I've never
like at a
been
stadium.
to it in
Wait, there's
real
not
life.
there's not lines in real life.
Most of the stuff,
I
no,
can't
most of the
either.
stuff's television. Like
I would think hockey's awesome in person.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could feel the
Yeah.
energy in the room. Basketball, I don't know. Is that better in person or no?
100%.
I could see
Basketball
that
is better in
like,
person?
because like the hypeness of the
yeah,
crowd.
yeah. When someone just
Um,
slam dunks in, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
I think
But that's the thing,
baseball's
like, that's
better
why-
in person.
That's why
Yeah,
sports are
100%.
better in person. It's
100%.
because it's the environment. Like it's the crowd. It's either if you're winning or losing. And like so like when I went
Everybody's
to an
getting
actual
drunk.
because like people really do like because there's a whole scene where they're like giving her crap or whatever. That totally happens. Like people
Right.
really are out there screaming at these people.
Yeah, but
and
they
it's
can't
just
hear
so
them
funny.
in a big ass stadium like that.
You
But
know
you get
what?
enough
though?
people going, dude.
But the way the wrestling is though, like there's
Eric.
you're in stands or whatever, but then there's chairs around the ring, so you are
Right.
really close to them. And
I've been
So-
to one. I've been to like a wrestling
Okay.
match. But there's
Yeah,
no
and the
way that
angle-
she can hear it like one person over like the sea of 5,000 people or whatever.
no, I mean they were in like a small audience. I'm sure. Well, I don't know to be honest.
In the small audience, yes. At that
Yeah.
NXT event that we saw, she 100% could hear that guy going,
100%, yeah.
get the hell out of here, you gosh, bitch. You know,
But
like,
what happens is in the wrestling community though, they do a lot of like if someone says something, like the whole crowd picks it up. So that's why
Right.
you hear
That's
it.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a chant. Of course you're going to hear a fucking chant. But you're not
Yeah.
going to hear Joe Blow going, take off your shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how good of hearing these people got.
Yeah, oh, fuck, you're right. They're superhumans.
Right?
I don't think we needed to see her brother get out of jail, right?
No, it was
That
just to
such a
be
weird
like
scene. It was so weird
but
to me.
it's because it's also telling his story kind of is the thing.
because they bring him
So-
up a ton or whatever.
They needed the older brother to tell him like, no, she's succeeding because of you, so that he can actually like go on with his life. If not, he's gonna be super depressed boy. So
Well, no,
it was
no,
a way
no,
for
no,
him.
no, no.
Bitch.
But like, okay, I get what you're saying. So the only way that somebody could tell him like, well, she made it only because you were there, would be to have the older brother go on a run with him. Or
Yeah, someone
I
who
get it.
who also didn't make it, and he's more or less saying like, yeah, I would have made it too if I had you. Just so it made him feel important.
Right. But I love that they kind of spell it out throughout the movie exactly why he didn't get picked. Right? Like say it,
Mhm.
but like you even see it happen. You see the moment when Vince Vaughn decides, oh, he's not what we're looking for because he's just
Yeah.
trying to help his sister. You know what I mean?
So he ends up being in wrestling, like because of the family wrestling business. But he had like a couple small stints with WWE, nothing big though. And it's literally because he was a journeyman.
You're talking about
he did
Zack
like
Attack?
two. Yeah, he did like
Zack
two
the
fights in
Zodiac?
his professional. Yeah,
I know.
Zack Zodiac, and it was the same thing. He was brought in to get beat up by a star, and then they never used him again.
That's
He's the
true.
heavy dude.
He is
Yeah.
the heavy.
But not even the
No,
heavy.
because the
Like,
heavies typically have a long career leading up to becoming a heavy. Oh boy,
Yeah,
didn't even have
true.
a fucking career.
I guess you're right.
that's when you're trying to rise up a new star, so you have him bring in a bunch of nobodies to beat up on to like put his record up
Right.
and be like, oh, so it's like, oh, undefeated. Like John Cena fought a bunch of nobodies early on in his career, and like it was like they had him fight just random people that they bring up from the streets practically to be like, oh, the undefeated John Cena, because you're like, yeah, he beats everybody.
Here's Kimbo Slice. Fight him.
Yeah, shoot, I don't find no Kimbo. R.I.P.
Nobody's fighting. I was gonna say nobody's fighting Kimbo, homie.
Yeah.
right
He's
there.
up there punching God.
Straight bare knuckles.
He's fighting hobos up in heaven. What else? What else can we talk about with this movie?
Dude, I love the parents. I love Lena Headey and Nick Frost.
I
Dude, Nick
love-
Frost is great in everything he's in.
I don't
thought
know
they
that
were
I've ever
great.
seen that dude have a bad part. Even in Paul,
No.
which like
Yeah.
the movie is funny, but it's not great. He's fantastic in it. He's so perfect.
Yeah, he knows what character he's supposed to play and he plays it. Like his interaction with The Rock on the phone was the funniest thing to me.
Dude.
I
Yeah.
was fucking dying when he hung up on that man. I was like, no.
And in my head, I'm like, dude, you would know who The Rock is, but like he's around so many wrestling people that I'm sure people impersonate The Rock all the time.
But do you think that they impersonate him well enough to warrant him being like, oh, I know that this is, oi, bruv, I know that this is fucking Joan down the street. And then,
Yeah.
like,
But
it
he was watching
The Rock.
WrestleMania though. He was like, dude, I ain't got time for who's on the phone. So I can see him just like
Yeah,
not
he
really
was
paying
already
attention.
Annoyed.
He's like
Yeah.
in the moment or whatever. I can see
Yeah.
it. Yeah, man, The Rock stole the show every fucking all 3 scenes or whatever he was in.
Dude, when he like keeps coming back, it's so funny because you can tell he's like, I want to do this, and then he smacks the shit out of the little metal thing.
Rock, rock, rock.
Dude, when he hits the metal thing and he comes back in as like the Rock persona,
Yeah.
I felt like I was a fucking 8-year-old boy watching wrestling.
Yeah.
Again. I was like, he really is the most electrifying man in entertainment, dude.
And a lot of people say that's what's wrong with wrestling today. Like nobody has the mic skills that The Rock had. The Rock, Stone Cold,
How can
like
you?
these guys back in the day,
Yeah.
like
Can't, dude.
Well, they were
yeah.
actors.
But that's why the Rock's an action star.
Yeah.
And that's why he's in all these big movies because The Rock is, he's himself just times 10.
Right.
Like, and that's what he says. Like, he's just a friendly, electrifying person. But dude, when he was going in on them, the wannabe Harry Potter boys.
Do you think that was written, or do you think that he was like, I'm coming up with the shit off my dome, bro?
I feel like Stephen Merchant wrote it.
Do you think so?
But
Oh yeah, probably.
I think so.
The UK specific jabs, I think Stephen Merchant was like, people in the UK are gonna eat this shit up.
But that shows how smart The Rock is. He legit went 100%. He's like, all right, this is like, UK thing. Let me get a famous UK writer.
Oh, yeah.
And because they had worked together on other movies before. So, like, and Stephen Merchant does a lot of great comedy.
The
So, like,
man's
he
funny
knew.
as
He was
hell.
like, yeah.
Dude, he's hilarious.
And it's funny because he was just like the dad or whatever, like
Yeah.
randomly.
Like, have you guys watched his Idiot Abroad?
Oh
No.
my god,
Shit
that
is
shit
hilarious,
is
dude. I
ridiculous.
died every time.
It's worth a watch.
Is it?
I think you'll think it's really fucking.
Carl
funny.
Pilkington, my boy, dude.
I had to check it out, yeah.
He's just like, he's any normal dude.
Some
He's-
bloke, dude.
Yeah, he's not like learned or well read, none of that shit. He's just the guy. He's a real white collar is the like everyman, or is it blue
Yeah, yeah.
collar? No, blue collar is the everyman, right?
Blue, yeah,
Oh,
blue
so
collar.
he's
you're
you're
right.
right,
just
man.
like a blue collar. I'm gonna go to my job every day. I'm gonna come home. I'm gonna sit on the couch type of guy. And Ricky Gervais takes him and puts him in crazy situations that like only rich and famous people could do. So you're like watching this guy who is really just like everybody else, like have to experience this crazy shit. It's really funny. I loved it.
That
like,
sounds interesting, though.
Yeah, it's worth a watch.
I laughed my ass off, dude. It's such a good show.
Watch them just not like it. They're gonna be like,
Right?
"This show
This
sucks."
is terrible.
Why would they make fun of that poor man?
But at the end, dude, his wife was like talking shit.
Wait, what
And
do
she
you
was
mean?
like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Stephen Merchant's wife in the
Oh,
like
dude.
when they were sitting down and watching the wrestling
Yeah.
event?
So the Page's brother's wife, fiance, wife,
Yep.
baby mama.
It's
whatever
just
you
his
wanna call her.
girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
So
Yeah.
mother of his child.
Yeah. Her parents were fantastic. So they were played by
Yeah.
Stephen Merchant and probably just some random fucking English woman off the street.
Yeah, I didn't go down to get her name because I've never seen her or anything, and like I didn't bother.
Yeah, it's not as important.
Um,
but they were
but
so funny. The dichotomy between both families was so perfect.
Mm-hmm. Like, cause they're like traditional English, and then they're like the ghetto English, like the
Ghetto
wrestling
English,
family.
I love that.
Hey,
And then that one joke where he was like, "Oh, I meant penis. Sorry, his penis."
Yeah.
I was laughing my
Dude,
ass off.
I love how they kept coming back to the fact that his penis fell out. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, he wore dad shorts, and then they kept calling it little, and he's like, I was little. Like, hold
Oh,
on.
what the fuck's calling it little? All right.
It was out,
They
alright?
weren't laughing at it. They were laughing at the situation.
Yeah. This show's so
Yeah.
funny.
The writing was really strong.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they had great material to work with.
Yeah.
If anybody was a bad actor in this movie, it's because they're a bad actor, not because
Yeah.
the writing was terrible. I really needed this. This was such a good movie. Like we've been,
It's a feel-good movie, man.
yeah. It's just like that thing you do where it's like, fuck, that was wholesome, feel good fun.
I'm sorry, cats don't dance. Was...
Well, Cats Don't Dance put me to sleep.
Dude, and it got me hyped up. Like the intro where it's just like them popping off. What are the announcers' name again? I forget.
Oh, it's Jerry the King Lawler. And,
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
And then
As
I
soon as
can't remember
heard
the other
those
guy.
voices, I fucking.
But
I
yeah,
was-
those
I
guys are
was
so
hyped.
iconic, dude. Those guys.
Yeah, you hear one syllable and you're like, oh fuck, it's time to wrestle, baby. We're in
Yeah.
it. Yeah. It is so much fun. Cool. Well, if we don't have, does anybody else have any one thing that we want to bring up? Because if not, we'll just move forward and it'll be a quick one. It's a good movie. It's fun.
I had something I was gonna say, but I can't remember what I was gonna say.
Well, if you
so.
think about it while we're doing this, just let me know.
It's lost.
All right, Alex, what was your favorite part of Fighting with My Family?
When The Rock was talking to him for the first time.
It was electrifying.
It was the
Yeah.
most electrifying.
I just like how every time they were like, hey, Rock, and he's like, yeah.
yeah.
He's
Zach?
clearly busy.
Yeah. Dude, he.
But
threw
then
that-
Vince Vaughn's like, what do you use, Make-A-Wish kids? Like, you don't get
Yeah.
to just hang out with The Rock.
Dude, Vince Vaughn's lines are so fucking good. His comedic timing is so good.
Yeah.
It sucks that man doesn't get more work. He's so
Yeah,
funny.
he balances out the movie very well.
Because he gets so serious.
Yeah.
Or like at the end of the movie when, well, not the end, but I guess it would be the end when he's like talking to her and she has the microphone and she's like going back and forth with him.
Oh yeah, her you seeing her learn mic presence.
Yeah.
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 It's
I
really
like
good.
that too.
Dude, I thought it was funny too though, because like early on she goes, I was like, that did sound good. And he's like, yeah, it sounded good about 20 years ago.
Boom, got it.
He holds no punches.
No, I mean, but that's his job, right? That makes sense. That
Yeah.
He wouldn't pull punches there because like. He's like, these people have to learn how to be the most electrifying stars in entertainment.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
yeah,
like
he
you said,
should have told her brother like, "Hey, you're not it, kid."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when he did that, I was like, oh, shit. Good night, dude. Get
dude,
fucked.
and he does it in a way where it's like he wasn't a dick, but it's like he was like showing him tough love, and oh boy, just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah,
No.
he, like, almost fucking killed somebody over it. Dude,
I thought he was gonna kill himself.
So did I. So when they pulled up and they saw his car at the bar, I was like, oh, shit, he's
it's
going to
like,
kill
no,
himself in the
dude.
car, bro. Like, this is it. He's going to definitely die.
Yeah.
And then he didn't, and I was like, oh, thank God. He's only going to murder somebody with a fucking 8-ball. So-
Yeah. Yeah, dude, he was rocking, old boys. He held his own.
Yeah, he was.
Well,
he was
yeah,
looking
he's
for
been
a fight.
fighting, like, since day one or whatever, right? So that makes sense.
Yeah. So it's funny. I guess the real the real dad or whatever, when he first heard about like Nick Frost like portraying him, he was kind of upset. Like
What?
I
Why?
guess he just wanted like a better looking guy.
Nick Frost is
And
a
then
good
he's
looking
like-
guy for his weight.
Yeah. And then he was just like after the movie, he said, "Oh, he did a good job. He's pretty good, ain't he?"
Wow,
Ain't he?
to live such a charmed life that you can be like, oh, he's pretty good, isn't it? Like, what? That's only Nick fucking Frost, you asshole.
You alright?
Eric, what was your favorite part of Fighting with My Family?
I really liked the dinner scene where his girlfriend came over with his parents.
Yeah,
With her
and the two
parents.
families
Oh.
meet for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, this was great. I think I don't really know what my favorite part is. I'm trying to think of I mean, the rock scene is so fucking good.
Yeah, it's
all,
so solid.
All of the rock scenes are just. I think the rock is my favorite part of this movie, which is sad because he's in it the least or whatever. But I think it's so good.
He's such a presence, though. It's like hard not to
Yeah.
enjoy it and like it.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's nostalgia. Like when I saw it, it made me think of the '90s rock.
right, and you can. I mean, he shows you right then and there why he is the most paid actor in entertainment right now, because he shows that he earns it. That he's the hardest working fucking man in the building all the time, every time.
Yeah.
And when he's talking and just shitting on them, I want The Rock to shit on me so
Yeah, I was
fucking
gonna
bad.
say. Yeah.
I want him to look at me and just be like, "You short, stupid, curly-headed fuck," and I'd
Yeah.
be like, "Do more, Rock, do more."
That'd be that cameo.
Every line is so strong when he's going at him, though. Every line, it just seems like it can't get any better than boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, he doesn't skip a step at all. And of
No,
course he
yeah.
rehearsed it, and it was trained or whatever. But
yeah.
I'm
He did it in
sure,
real life.
yeah, I'm sure he could do
Yeah.
that shit to you at the drop of a hat and just fucking
Yeah.
go in and.
And I'm sure we could find some improv rock just going in on people.
Dude, we need to get The Rock on Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Yeah,
That shit would
Oh
be
shit.
That would be
fucking
funny.
funny, dude.
I'd be all about
I
it.
would eat it up. James, what was your favorite part of fighting with my family?
So it is the rock scene just because it is the rock and it's so good. But it's that joke they kept saying. And I can't even verbatim or whatever. But it's when Paige and then her mom said it's the
Oh,
rock.
something about being
Where-
pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh,
and-
fuck me. Fuck me to
No, the-
death and then bury me pregnant is what it is.
Yeah.
Or it's like screw me to death and bury me pregnant is what it is. Something
yeah,
along those
but it's
lines.
it's
But
like
some
in
real
like
gross
British.
shit.
It uses some. But yeah, he's like, oh, there's that line again.
Some real UK shit, dude.
Yeah, it was so good though. I do like a lot of the moments though with Vince Vaughn though, and I feel like he didn't get enough credit for a supporting role in this movie. Like no one talked about it. He didn't get. I don't know if he got any awards or any nominations. I don't think he did.
Absolutely not. Come on. I
but, like,
this,
I
this
feel
movie
like-
didn't get a nomination for anything, did they?
I feel like it. I mean, it was so when this movie came out, they talked about it, but I don't know if it did or not. But people were like, "Hey, it was a sleeper film, for award season."
100% a sleeper. I don't think it would have
Uh,
earned any awards, anyways. But for supporting, I
Yeah.
totally think it would have been. I think him for supporting actor, he could have earned a nod.
I feel like he supported the actors and made them better. Like, what more could you ask for a supporting actor?
to be in a
so,
better movie.
Yeah,
His journeyman, dude.
He
was.
the journeyman.
But no, yeah, his comedy was good, and when he was stern, it was believable. Like, I got scared when he yelled at her.
So
I
did
thought
I,
I was
dude.
gonna apologize.
Yeah, I was like, "Don't beat me, Dad."
Yeah,
Shit,
dude,
don't
he
hit me.
pops off in is that HBO show called about murders?
It's the. He was in the second season. It had Woody Harrelson and
Yeah,
Matthew
yeah.
McConaughey in the first season.
Yep.
True
I know the
Detective.
name.
True Detective.
Oh, there you go.
Man,
But
this
he's
is what I'm
like- he's
talking
like
about.
s-
This is why we do an
Yeah.
entertainment podcast.
He's slowly bringing coming back because now he's not doing the rom-com comedy type thing.
Yeah, the
He's
raunchy
been doing
comedy.
a lot of he's doing a lot of these independent type of things, and people are they're starting to put him in stuff again.
Fuck me up with the independent film Vince Vaughn, dude. I'll eat it
Yeah.
up any day of the week.
He's gonna end up being the next Batman.
Yeah, for old Batman, old fat Batman.
Yeah.
Eric,
know
what
about
was
that.
your least favorite part of fighting with my family? And remember, hurry up because James. Has
I
got
really
shit to
liked
do.
it. I really liked how she came out of nowhere, but at the same time I didn't. It's a cool
It felt rushed.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Oh.
I wish they would have drawn that out a little bit more.
I guess she's a superstar or whatever.
Yeah, I guess she's the best. All of a sudden.
I get what you're saying too, and I felt that way too, especially because I knew her actual story. So that's why I didn't really like that part. And I can see why fans of wrestling wouldn't have liked it because it's NXT was been such a big thing. Now NXT is almost to the point where it's like SmackDown, Raw, and NXT. NXT was originally supposed to be a developmental like league.
It's a farm league.
Yeah,
right.
but now it's really not. Now it's kind of it's the third, WWE thing.
Right.
So like her being big in that was huge, and they really just gloss over it.
Yeah. But then it would have totally overinflated this movie. The movie was already an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah,
Like, they had
it
to
would have been
cut
2
something.
hours and 10 minutes, and we would have been like, oh, okay. And
Now it's
the
dragging.
moment, I guess, also wouldn't have felt as special. Because, like, it's almost like her family didn't know she was going to be big, but, like, her family in real life knew she was going to be big.
Yeah, because, if you're the reigning female superstar in the NXT, how the fuck are you
Yeah.
not being recruited into the
Yeah,
main
you're
cast?
you're number one in the minor leagues. You're
Yeah.
going to get called up.
Right.
like,
It almost makes it more predictable and less surprising.
yeah.
It's still shitty, though. It still feels rushed.
Yeah. And I get what Eric's saying, and I totally feel the same way.
But you're wrong, Eric.
But I don't know how they
for
would've done it
movie's
better.
sake- for movie's sake, you have to do it like
Yeah.
that, right?
But my
Man,
thing is, like,
movies suck.
they couldn't
What
have
are
made
we
it
even
better.
doing here?
Yeah.
Movies are bad.
yeah.
Alex, what was your least favorite part of Fighting with My Family?
Probably just when the brother got out of jail.
Because it was random?
Yeah, I feel like we didn't really need that part.
He should have stayed in jail. You're right.
Yeah, fuck him. What good? What did he even add?
I don't
I
care
don't
that he
even know
served
what he
his
really
time.
did. I know he like got sad and depressed because he didn't get in, but
No,
then
no, no.
he threw a
that
tire.
wasn't the
or
same
something.
brother, dude.
I thought it was because they said he's in jail.
The oldest brother is in jail.
Oh,
He went to jail for drugs and
oh okay.
like crime or some shit.
Violence.
I don't know.
They were
Yeah.
Mainly
thieving.
violence.
Yeah, they were just thieving.
And then Nick Frost wasn't going back to thieving, all right?
Fuck that. He was thinking about going
Nah,
back to
he
thieving.
was like, I'm gonna rob some banks.
Dude, Lena Headey in the end was like, "You're thieving, all right? My girl ain't doing this.
yeah,
You're thieving."
you're not whoring my daughter out ever again. But yeah, I mean, that's what we were talking about earlier. So that was the oldest brother, and they only like showed him getting out of jail so that he could tell the younger brother, like, bro, she had you. Of course, she was gonna be a superstar. You're the
Yeah.
guy. You're the fall guy. And that's about it.
Sponsors, Fall Guys.
Fair enough.
That's an ad. Welcome
Not
to the ad
sponsored.
break.
Right.
Fall Guys is
JK.
the new interactive video game experience.
Multiplayer, multi-platform.
Yeah. You can get shit on anything. You want a connection issue that'll knock you off the map? Fall Guys.
You want a cheater?
Fall Guys.
What?
You want to say goodnight to the bad guys? Fall Guys.
Can I go first for the ratings this time?
Yes,
so no
I
one
will
takes
let you
my
go
thing?
first this week so that Eric doesn't steal your shit. My least favorite part, I really didn't like the whole her dyeing her hair thing. I thought it was so fucking cheesy and so stupid.
Yeah.
It felt real Lifetime movie shit to me, you know what I mean?
She wanted to
If they
fit
spent
in.
more time on it, it maybe. But like, it was such a glossed over that it was stupid.
It was quick, man. It was
Yeah.
like they did it only so that her family could fucking make fun of her when she went back to the UK. And that was it.
Yeah.
Like she didn't really even learn anything. So I just didn't like it. I get that it happened in real life, but I would have preferred it the way that it happened in real life. Because that would have made more sense. James, what was your least favorite part?
I didn't like the whole like Christmas wrestling thing or whatever.
She got
Like,
her
because,
ass
like,
beat.
Yeah, I get like he was being a like the bad guy, and it was just like okay, he was being a dick or whatever, but it was just like just his whole attitude during the whole situation. Like I was just annoyed by it, and I was just like I can't wait till the scene's over.
Please let it end.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally skipped something.
What'd you skip?
The last time we saw it.
Yeah, I totally skipped over that.
Oh shit!
Really
it's,
quick.
It's really hidden in there, dude.
Yeah, it really is.
Hey, I told you I'll fix it.
It's my fault. I should have fixed it. Alex, when was the last time you watched this movie?
Today.
Me, when was the last time you watched this movie? Today. Eric, when was the last time you watched this movie?
Today.
James, when was the last time you watched
Today.
this movie? But you're the only one who's actually seen it before today, though, right?
Correct. Yes, this is the second time I've seen this movie.
Okay. I think the three of us, this is our first time, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
We've all done least favorite part?
Yep.
Okay, James, do you want to ask the cinema score questions?
No, you can do it.
Okay. Eric, would you rent it?
Yeah.
Would you buy this movie physically?
Nah.
Would you buy it digitally?
Nah.
Would you buy this movie in the $5 bin at Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, Voodoo?
100%.
Oh. Would you put this on in the background while people are over? Bless you.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Why not?
Why not?
Sure.
And would
In
you
it, bruv.
would you recommend Fighting with My Family?
Yeah, bruv.
Oh, isn't it? Alex, would you rent it?
Yeah.
Would you buy this movie physically?
Yeah.
Would you buy it digitally?
Yeah.
I don't know why I even asked you that.
She went with it though. She didn't break. You
I
broke.
know. It was my fault. Line!
Yeah.
Line! Would you buy it in the $5 bin at... Oh, well, we can skip that too. Fuck
Well,
it.
no, we can skip that, dude.
You know, fuck it, because I want to know. Would you buy this movie in the $5 bin at a Best Buy, Walmart, FYE, Voodoo?
Sure. I'd buy it as a gift.
My girl,
good
always see, you're always making me look better. You're the real Zach Zodiac, and I'm not really Florence Pugh. I wish I was as great as that. You're really shining a fucking turd over here. Would you put this on in the background when people are over?
I think so.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah.
Would I rent it? Nah, I don't think I'd rent this movie. I definitely would not buy it physically. I would not buy it digitally. I would definitely buy it, I think, in the $5 bin though.
Mm-hmm.
This is, yeah. Would I put this on in the background while people are over? Yeah, absolutely. This is fine. Because the big moments, like, you could just be like, everybody shut up, listen to The Rock. And then would I recommend? Absolutely. I think everybody should probably see this movie once, just because it's a fun movie. If you're feeling down, throw this movie on. It'll pick you right up. Those rock scenes, that shit'll get you going.
It shows you it's okay to be weird, man.
Yeah, absolutely. That was actually, I didn't like that. Nobody should be
Oh,
fucking
dude, I
Stop
liked
being
it,
fucking
'cause
weird.
I'm-
Using the
weird.
freaks.
Yeah, way to fucking marginalize the freaks even more.
Yeah, he said I'm part of the geeks. All right.
I
We
am
don't
part
mess
of the
with those
geeks.
freaks.
I'm nowhere near the freaks.
We didn't talk about the little gay boy.
Little gay boy.
I mean, little blind boy.
Are you saying that being gay is a disability, Alex? That's very southern of you. Oh, Jack came in fucking hot. Little gay boy? Jack was on you, dude. He was waiting for somebody to slip up. He just shit on you. He went, go on.
He said, if I wasn't watching it, I'm watching it now.
Was that Jack in the Twitch chat?
Yeah, Jack in the Twitch chat. At Red Birdhouse. I love it. Good, he says. So,
Hey, he came professional.
we
He became
actually
professional.
don't know if that little boy was gay. We don't know. You're making
We don't.
Yeah. You're making assumptions.
In my head, though, I was like, which gay character did I miss?
Dude, I thought that, like, I got up to use the bathroom a couple times during the movie. I was like, is there a gay subplot that I missed each time that I had to go to the
Yeah.
bathroom? You good? You're so silly. Look at you. You're,
She's broke. She's done.
bright red, dude.
I'm okay.
You want me to move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
He
go.
was. I thought it was a cool little moment. I really didn't really care for it, to be honest, because it was part of Zach's storyline, and wasn't really I wasn't watching the movie for Zach
No.
attack over there.
It
All
was
right.
heartwarming, though.
Yeah, it was cool in the end when he does the flip and everything, because like that honestly would be hard to do. I couldn't do it.
Well, that and, like, seeing him, like, so it was nice seeing, like, he's really helping these kids. These kids,
It shows, yeah.
they got nothing else going on. And the minute he stopped, people started getting into, like, bad, like, hanging out with bad people and apparently being gay. I wouldn't call that bad, but if Alex thinks
Yeah.
it's bad, that's on her.
Yeah, half
Don't
the kids are
cancel
trying
me
to
if
break
you
a
cancel
light.
her.
Yeah, cancel her. Half of them were trying to break a light. The other one was selling drugs.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it was nice.
The
Go ahead.
the blind boy was just sitting on a swing and no one came and got him.
Who knows if that swing had on it? God
Yeah.
help him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it was nice to see that he had, like, of course, like, the kid is just like a prop almost to show, like,
Yeah.
he has purpose in life, even if it's not wrestling professionally.
But it's like Zach's such a good guy,
Yeah, look
and
at
then
him.
like for like half the movie he's just a dick.
Or beating
Yeah,
people
dude.
senseless.
Yeah.
Drunkenly.
James, would you rent it?
No.
Would you buy this movie physically?
If there's a steelbook with The Rock on the back and then the front being the family.
Would you? Would you? Well, never
I
mind.
want this boy $5. I need it.
Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Would you put this on in the background while people are over?
Definitely.
And would you
Easy
recommend
watch.
Fighting with My Family?
Yeah. I've recommended it before. That's why we're doing it. I recommend it again.
All right, let's go to the ratings. I'm afraid to ask Alex. What do you give Fighting with My Family?
I give it 8 receipts out of 10.
8 receipts?
Receipts, isn't that what they called it?
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
receipt.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good one. I was nervous. Eric,
Me
what do
too.
you give 2019's Fighting with My Family?
I'll give it 8 out of 10 candy asses.
Yeah.
What do I give 2019's Fighting with My Family? I'm gonna make Eric go last all the time, cause he always takes the fucking good ones, man. I'm gonna give this movie 7.5 jabronis out of 10.
God dang jabronis.
Dude, he dropped that jabroni line, and I was like, this motherfucker knows what
Dude,
hits, dude.
He hit the classics,
Yeah, he did.
and I was all for it, dude. It was fan service, but I was a fan.
I was eating it up. James, what do you give Fighting with My Family?
8 out of 10 sex tapes because they make people famous.
Oh shit!
If you didn't watch the movie, you won't get it. It's out of context.
Yeah, it's
My
gonna be
bad.
real fucking weird listening back to it. Okay, so this week's pick, our next week's pick is up to Eric. He sent me the list, so I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna take.
Dude, I
Maybe
like at the
something
end
there.
where it was like, The Rock went on to become
Yeah.
famous beyond wrestling.
So is change?
Yeah, The Rock.
Is
bona
Change
fide
My
star.
Mind its own movie?
No. I said I was gonna pick one, but then I was like, oh, I changed my mind. I'm gonna pick 2.
Oh, yeah, I did not get that. Okay, so
Okay, throw it on the wheel, dude.
change
Yeah.
my mind.
It's gonna be some random movie.
Yeah, no
Yeah,
shit.
when he hits Change My Mind, he has to just think of a random movie.
Oh, I love that. We should. Oh, dude, I think the fucking show is evolving right in front of everybody's eyes. So we're gonna have a mystery slot, and if you hit the mystery, you have to just pick a movie off the top of your head. I love that.
It sounds awful, dude.
I know.
It's
That's
gonna
why
be
I
some
love
awful
it.
ones.
What did we talk about before the podcast? I'm 25% asshole, baby.
Yeah,
And 3% penis.
it's all you need, man. As long as you get yours.
All right.
So
Oh,
you get
I don't
yours,
have
dude.
my fucking thing on. This is just a mess, dude. I tell you what. Get
I'll tell you
started.
what.
I have to figure out a better way to do this. This is bad. There we go. That's clean, baby. Let me just. All right. So this
Get
week on the
ready.
wheel, we're gonna have.
Oh, you actually put it on there, dude?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh no.
James suggested that, and I love it. I absolutely love that idea because it makes us
Do
think
it.
on our toes, like, and it's very
Alright.
in the moment, right? There's no thought that's gonna go into it.
I hope it's Inglourious Bastards. I love that movie.
So for our audio listeners, the wheel consists of Jackie Brown, Inglorious Bastards, and Mystery.
Mystery?
Mystery. All right, Eric, hit me with it.
Spin that wheel.
Will.
Well.
It totally is.
Oh!
Oh, you fucking asshole.
Mystery.
What is it, Eric?
Old boy.
Old boy.
2003.
All right, so
Josh Brolin?
absolutely not. I would have gone with the Hateful Eight. You had a whole wheel full of.
I totally thought he was gonna
Oh,
go
you're
Tarantino.
right, dude.
Go Hateful Eight, man. It's the mystery.
Reservoir Dogs.
It's the mystery, baby. We could change it.
Reservoir
up on the fly.
Dogs.
All right, Reservoir
I watched.
Dogs.
I like that.
You can't
too.
change it anymore, though. You're fucked now.
No, I'm not changing it.
I hope not.
Too much change.
Yeah. I don't like changing.
Wait, I'm changing it. No.
So
The
brave.
mystery is I changed it again.
So brave. Cool. Let me get to the outro because I've done this 25 times and still don't have the outro memorized.
Oh, you haven't done the outro 20.
You compartmentalize
Yeah, I've done it 23 times.
Yeah, at least.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in on Twitch.tv. We had a total active viewer count this episode. Our max, we hit 4 viewers.
Wow.
That's legitimately fucking exciting. Thank you. Be an asshole.
Dude, that
all you
really
want,
is though.
But it's
We're
exciting.
getting better.
Most people
Most people
stream to,
only
like,
have 2.
Yeah. No, it's like 90% of streamers only stream
No, I'm
to
excited.
one person.
I just laughed because you're like 4, and I'm like,
Dude, 4 is big. All you
Hey,
need,
man.
all you need is one raid, and we're famous, dude. And then
Sometimes
you're
we've
getting-
had 0.
And then sometimes we have had fucking 0. All we need is one raid, and you get canceled because you said something about a gay boy.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true. They probably tuned into that one point.
Oh my god,
Right.
they're terrible. And then she can't like
Well,
explain herself because she's laughing too hard.
When we're famous,
there's
10 years
nothing
from
to
now,
explain. I
I
don't know
know.
why it came out that way.
I wish you could explain
I
it.
meant blind.
They're not even remotely the same.
I know.
It's like different lengths and letters.
she likes blind boys and gay boys. Let her do
Oh
her.
no, that's the
Oh,
weirdest
no.
kink. Thanks for tuning in on twitch.tv/SoonerOrLaterTV for our review of Fighting With My Family. Continue listening and watching and showing your support on all the social medias except for OnlyFans at SoonerOrLaterTV. If you couldn't catch us on Twitch, totally understandable. Twitch sucks. Nobody really likes it, but baby, we're here. You can listen to us,
And we're queer.
and we're used to it, baby. I don't care what my dad says. So if you couldn't catch us today, totally fine. Our episodes go up Tuesday morning by 9 a.m. is typically when I have them up on every podcasting app known to man. And
Central Time.
9 a.m. Central Time. Man, look at you. You guys are on it today. You and Eric both are killing it. Gal, next week, I think it's all you, baby. I think next week you're going to be the fucking star. Yeah, Tuesday mornings, you can see the video or listen to the audio whenever you feel like it. So tune in next week to our review of 2003's Old Boy. Also, send in more.
No, Reservoir
Oh,
Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. You're
Yeah.
right, man. I was so thinking about Old Boy, not Old Boy. Reservoir Dogs. Oh, we get to talk about not tipping people. Yes, yes, yes.
That's going to be a conversation.
All right, everybody. Remember, be safe. Hug your loved ones, and we love you. Bye.
Bye.
Shove it up your
Bye.
chin, yes.
Bye.